so still. We say, go, go. You gotta see us rip into it. Just jump up, kick back, whip around and spin. And then we'll jump back to it again. Ninja, ninja, come on, we're gonna do it again. We'll just jump up, kick back, whip around and spin. And then we'll jump back to it again. Ninja, ninja, come on, into the weekend whip, yeah. Wednesday morning and we soon discover we gotta push our game. We slept on Thursday just to get it over. The whip's a day away. And they say, go slow, and everything just stands so still. We say, go, go. You're gonna see us rip into it. Just jump up, kick back, whip around and spin. And then we jump back to it again. Ninja, ninja, come on, we're gonna do it again. We just jump up, kick back, whip around and spin. And then we jump back to it again. Ninja, ninja, come on, into the weekend whip, yeah. Yeah. They say, no, no, but we don't wanna sit around no more. We say, go, go. You're gonna see us rip into it. Just jump up, back, whip around and spin. And then we jump back to it again. And then we jump back to it again. Ninja, ninja, come on, we're gonna do it again. We just jump up, kick back, whip around and spin. And then we jump back to it again. Ninja, ninja, come on, into the weekend whip. Ninja, ninja, come on, into the weekend whip. Kick back, whip around and spin.
Morning, everybody. It's me, Ace, and today we're gonna start the Reach for the Stars episode 2 commentary. I don't really think this thing needs an introduction because I don't exactly remember all the references that I put in this episode. So let's get started.
掴み取る dream 最高でいこうぜ Whoa.
I'm gonna update these captions real quick because I need to see. Oh no, not the background color. I didn't want that. Needed the font opacity. There you go. I just needed a better time seeing what was on the
Oh, hello.
Hi. Can I come inside for just a bit?
Of course.
Oh my goodness, we have new voice actors for this episode because so now, like, starting from episode 2, I don't voice everybody anymore.
Wow. You have a pretty nice trailer. It's really artsy and analytical.
I'm not so sure about being the analytical type. I do better with creativity than analysis. I think all that is probably just because I actually do not know why. So, yeah.
Okay, so why exactly did Dante start questioning why their room is so analytical? Remember, this episode was written in 2024, so this was around its early stages when it was an object show. The original line was, "I think all that is probably just because I'm a data chart." This was later changed into something else, where Dante doesn't actually know why. And, to make the conversation seem a little more humane, I guess, the questionable, what is it? The way that he asks this entire I can't even speak. I hate speaking. the way that he asks this question, the way that he tries to answer this question, the way that I keep getting their pronouns wrong. The way that they answer this question wrong, the way that they answer this question is due to the fact that I can't even think today. Oh well.
Besides that, what'd you come here for?
I just wanted to check in on you. How's the competition so far?
Honestly, it's terrible for one reason.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure if anybody could tell, but Dante's voice sounds not the same. Keep in mind, I'm for one, I'm the voice of Dante in Reach for the Stars, as well as a couple of other characters that you hear in the same episode. Cameron, Scott, Aaron, and Desmond, and Caitlin. Um Dante's voice is like the hardest voice character I'd had to voice with literally no questions asked. Their voice is complicated because they have a sore throat. This wasn't the They have like a sore throat. This was changed between the transition through episodes 1 and 2 of the internal struggle. Or at least we first hear of this in the announcement that the show would be back. At least initially it was going to be back, then it got rebranded into this. Um, the reason why their voice doesn't sound as sore as it was in the first episode is because I recorded all of Dante's lines all at once, and my voice wasn't able to keep up. Wasn't able to keep up.
It's because some of my old classmates are competing as well.
That's a problem? Sorry, I just don't know the history between you all, but I heard from that Scott guy you two were
More on that on
friends?
Dante's backstory in episode
Yeah,
11.
we were friends. Not anymore after the way he treated me, yet he still thinks all of this is just a game to him. I told him how I felt, and he doesn't even bother to give a damn.
Sorry to hear that. If I may ask, what happened between the both of you?
Oh wait, this was the first sneak peek of the
Well,
Attention musicals. I want you all to meet me at the beach in 10 minutes. Your first challenge will be taking place there.
I'm hating. Now, let's continue.
We had a beach?
Compared to the sneak peek, I accidentally left out the audio for it to drag for like a little too long. So during the finalized product, it was that whole gap of silence was shortened.
wait, where's the other team?
Honestly, I have no idea.
Okay, but where's Cameron?
I'm right here.
Wow, what the fuck?
Anyways, your guys' challenge is a game of hide and seek. You're tasked with finding the members of the electrical overloads in under the span of an hour.
Why does Cameron's voice sound a lot more clearer in this particular scene in this particular line compared to all the others? Good question. I went back to re-record this line because I messed up in the original take, but I didn't feel like opening up the actual software to record that line, so I used Soundtrap to record it. The mic is much clearer, I'll give you that, but I think it was a little too clear because you can hear some background noise. I tried taking that out, did not work.
If you find at least 2/3 of the team, which is about 7 people.
Oh yeah, the same thing goes for the auto-tune. Why exactly is there no auto-tune in this line? Good question again. That was a mistake on Soundtrap's end, because I know for a fact I turned up Cameron's auto-tune all the way up, but instead Soundtrap decided to export that without auto-tune. This is like the only mistake that was ever made, but this one isn't a mistake on my end. So blame Soundtrap.
You'll be safe from the elimination ceremony. If not, you guys will be up for elimination. Do we get to choose who we find?
No, I'll be the one deciding. Let's see here. Aaron, you'll go for Christopher. Figured it'd be best for two team captains to tackle each other head on.
That'd be for the worse.
Doesn't matter. Camille, you'll get Salem. Dante, you'll get Heather. Desmond will get Fitzgerald. Denise with Raylan. Lucy with Caitlin. Madeline with Brooklyn. Santiago with Sienna.
Lynn.
Scott with Blair.
Lynn.
And Trini with Grace.
Lynn.
Are you serious? You're having me look for the crazy one? If anything, she'll find me before I find her.
I don't exactly know what was up with my mic when I recorded Scott's lines. They sounded a little too loud.
Just restrain her. It doesn't sound like my problem.
You tasked me to find her. It is your problem.
Whatever. You guys will start now. Go, go, go!
Oh my goodness, that's my second favorite part of the episode.
Not giving up, not letting go. I'll keep on running. I'm gonna reach for the stars. Although they look pretty far, I'm gonna find my way.
Remind me to go back and update this for episode 3 because there are some major changes that I need to make.
The stars so bright, the colors feel so right. Just take my hand, we're gonna reach for the stars tonight.
Coming up next, my third favorite part of the episode.
Living day by day. Okay, so I'm looking for that redhead.
Okay, so again, there was a lot. Again, the original line when this episode was written was, okay, so I'm looking for that heart card gal. But then this became audio based, and
Where
I guess you can call Heather a bit of a redhead.
could she be?
Hi, Dante.
Oh my goodness, Camille has a new voice too, and so does
Oh my
everybody else.
goodness gracious! What now?
Oh wait, I totally missed something. Oh frick. Oversight. What is it?
This will be up for elimination. Do we get to?
When Scott asks who we get to choose, what is it? If the musicals get to choose who they want to find, that wasn't meant to be Scott's line. Initially, Lucy was supposed to ask that question, but that line got missed, so I decided to dub it over.
Redhead.
Challenge.
Gracious, what now?
And now it's Camille's overused line.
I think we should work together for this challenge. And maybe even throughout the competition overall. You're smart, so I think it could benefit us. Besides, we could catch up on everything that we missed.
Is that the only reason why?
This line was also re-recorded because I messed up. If you take a listen to the original take from the actual sneak peek and then compare it to this one, in the sneak peek when Dante's voice was actually not pitched because that was supposed to be the plan. What is it? Dante was initially meant to say, "It's clear that you want something from me, and I'm not giving it to you." This line was re-recorded to make more. This line was re-recorded so that it would make a lot more sense. So instead, Dante says, "It's clear that you want something from me, so I'm not giving it to you."
Why you came to talk to me? To work together? It's clear that you want something from me, so I'm not giving it to you.
Is that so, okay?
What exactly does Dante's name Bouquet have something to do with this?
Don't ever say that name again. That was a complicated and stressful part of my life I don't want to relive. And right now, you're making me relive it. So you either leave now and never speak to me again, or the two of us will have a problem.
So basically, the name Bouquet has ties into Dante's past, but that's not explicitly answered. Dante's backstory is never going to be revealed, not until episode 11.
Ooh, getting close to my face, are we? I like that.
Ew! Oh!
You just made it weird.
Alright, I'll go. Under the condition that you work with me.
What?
If you work with me, your secret will be safe with me. I'm pretty sure that I'm the only one who knows about your entire history anyways.
Stalker.
What was that?
Nothing. Continue.
However, if you don't work with me, let's just say it'll be your fault that a can of worms was opened. And your past is a past that no one will redeem you for. So, what's your choice?
I don't think anything was supposed to happen.
My goodness. I've been walking around for 10 minutes and I still haven't found anyone. What's taking so damn long? Chill out, dude. It's only been 10 minutes and we only need to find these guys in under an hour. Plus, you have one of the most easiest people to find. How so? As far as I heard, Fitzgerald has electric powers, right?
What is it? Initially, Aaron's line was supposed to start with just Fitzgerald has electric powers, I think. But we only got an introduction to these characters recently, so they all don't know each other that well, except for ones who happen to be in friend groups, obviously. So it's better to assume it's safe to say that Aaron just assumes that Fitz has electric powers.
Try to find someplace that conducts electricity, or find someplace with a faint glowing light. They could be there, like in that cave, for example.
Hey, you're right. Thanks, Aaron.
No worries. Now, where's Chris?
Movie airball.
Too close.
Oh, Chris is a new boy. Yippee. And so does Heather.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. Where can I hide? Where can I hide? Great. Now nobody can find me here.
Hey. Shh. Keep your voice down. We don't want to get caught.
Sorry. I didn't know you were hiding here. I'll just leave.
No. It's a little harder to get out now that it's more cramped in here.
Oh.
What were you running from anyway?
Well, I wasn't running from anything. I was running to find a place to hide. I didn't want to be spotted out in the open from whoever's meant to be finding me.
There was nowhere else for you to hide?
Not that I could find.
Not even in the ocean?
Even if we were allowed to go in the ocean, I can't swim.
You can actually interpret that as one of two ways. Because again, this episode was written in 2024, like the entire episode, for your information. You can interpret that as one of two ways. And the object counterpart, obviously, In the object version, it's clear that a playing card that's technically made out of thin pieces of cardboard won't exactly stay afloat. In the human variant, you can just say that Heather hasn't been taught to swim, so she can't swim at all. Didn't Sienna have power? She did, but but it's never explicitly mentioned in this episode, let alone not in the first batch.
Damn.
I don't think it might be explicitly stated in the series. That's something you'll have to stick around when That's something that will be answered most likely when Born to Be a Winner comes out.
Of course, Cameron had to make me find an unhinged psycho. Of everybody, it had to be Blair. I guess this world has just been built into my little odyssey, where I'm always assigned the worst things possible on this very adventurous and long-ass journey. Huh? What the hell was that? A note?
Oh yeah, some of my lines for Scott were also re-recorded because I did not like how they turned out initially. More specifically, the fight scene.
From Blair? Hi there, Scotty boy, or whatever your name is. I'm behind you right now. You better start running. And then she wrote that message in red ink, but the ink looks a little drippy.
That's not ink. That's blood.
What? Who's there?
Your worst nightmare.
Ow! What the hell is wrong with you?
I am itching for someone to die today. And if I don't see any bloodshed, then I am going to lose it.
What is it? Initially, I think Blair was supposed to say something else. If I don't see any bloodshed, it was definitely something else, but I think this was more improv. I don't remember. On top of that, the reason why Scott's lines were also re-recorded wasn't just because I didn't like how they turned out, but they also sounded way too exaggerated, so over-exaggerative, so.
Oh, please. It looks like you already lost it. Are you out of your mind?
You should see me when I'm really, really unhinged. This is the most normal you've seen me.
What?
Now it's time for you to die!
Wait.
Ow! Hey! Let me go!
Did I just make a string of rope out of sand?
That's a mystery never thoroughly explained until episode 6.
Attention everyone! 2 out of the 10 members of the Overloads has been found. The musicals only need to find 5 more of you to win.
Wait, we found another person on the other team? Crazy. Come on, let's get going.
Hey! Put me down!
Wow, Scott actually captured Blair? That's impressive. But where am I to look for Raylan? I have a flyer to look for. She could probably be flying high for all I know.
I was so confused on how you make a rope out of sand, but like I said before, that's a mystery not thoroughly explained until episode 6. And that's not the only power that a certain character has. We get to see more of this in episode 5.
Raylan! I can see you up there!
Huh? Oh, dang. I was hoping nobody could find me up here.
What were you even doing up there anyway? Seems to me you were doing a lot more than just hiding. Looked like you were watching something.
Oh, that? I was just looking to see if any of my other teammates found good hiding spots and...
I say what now?
Oh, nothing. Just forget I said any of that, yeah?
Okay.
Great. I will see you later then.
What are you guys doing?
Well, what does it look like? We're not doing the challenge.
Why? We only have 30 minutes left and we only found 3 people so far.
What? Did it take you guys 10 minutes to find at least one person?
You know, Dante told me how irritating the both of you guys are. I can see why you guys aren't friends.
Well, I don't know what he's talking about. We've practically been best friends forever.
Hello? What am I to you then?
Shut up, Maddie.
Boy, Madeline has a new
It's
voice. Oh, yippee.
they. They use they, them pronouns.
Why exactly was this part so significant to the episode? Good question. The plan was to release this episode sometime in June, aka during Pride Month. And, Dante was already confirmed agender, so I thought that would be a nice touch to add to the series so that nobody gets that messed up. Even I'm getting that messed up, too.
Right. I don't know what they're talking about.
You're as delusional as they told me. Anyway, what do you guys actually contribute to the team? I think I know where the members of the opposing team are.
And how are we supposed to trust you? You could be sabotaging us for all we know.
Yeah.
When I found Rayling hiding in the sky, she said that she was watching over her own team, making sure that their teams were hidden safe and sound.
And how do you know if that's not a lie?
It could be a trap for all we know.
She seemed to be genuinely worried about nearly spoiling every single detail.
She could just be acting.
Why did you take a look by those cliffs over there and see it for yourselves?
By a cliff? What? Does she want us to die?
Just go already!
Okay, we're going. You don't have to be so rude.
Well, excuse me for your stubbornness.
And what is this?
I found Caitlin hiding in the ocean. She doesn't seem to be doing well, though. She's been coughing up a lot of salt water after hiding in there for so long.
I'm fine, Lucy. I appreciate your concern, but really, you don't have to worry about me.
I did not like how those coughs turned out. They sounded so forced.
Caitlin, as your friend, and I'm not letting a friend pass without making sure she's okay. Besides, some of that salt water did some major damage to your left eye. We need to get that checked out.
That's a design change, for your information.
I don't think Sienna even tried to hide. She pulled the, if I can't see you, you can't see me card. Seriously, what were you thinking?
And Santiago also has a new voice.
What?
And
it
Sienna.
Works almost every time. Every time I hide behind a statue of a book, at least. Well, don't blame me for being so easy to find.
You were easy to find. You were just standing right in front of a cave. You could have at least gone in there.
That would have made a lot more sense.
Yeah, so in Reach for the Stars, Sienna isn't exactly meant to be so smart.
At least we found 5 people, and there's still about 25 minutes left. I think we might actually win this.
Is that so?
Come on, come on! This plan has to work! It works every time I play hide and seek, so why is this so hard this time?
Maybe it's because you're not seeking.
What the? Hey, you scared the absolute daylight out of me!
My bad. But anyways, it's a game of hide and seek. Why are you just hiding here instead of, well, I don't know, seeking?
Call it reverse psychology.
What does that even mean?
Let me break it down for you in simple terms. I'm sitting here, waiting for Grace to show up. I already used some sort of bait to lure her here. She doesn't even need to come to this exact spot. She just has to get close enough to the point I can see her.
That's actually pretty smart, but how do you know if this plan is going to work?
It works every other time I play hide and seek, especially in cases in which I'm the seeker.
What about in cases in which you're the hider?
That line was... Does Trini have a new voice actor? Yes, Trini does have a new voice actor. In episode 1, she is played by Alexa, who is also the voice of Grace. In episode 2, she is played by Cosmic Rena, who is also known for playing the role of Diana, or Diamond Playbutton, in the original version of Ambiguous.
Hi guys, just a reminder that there's only 10 minutes left in the challenge, and so far only 5 members of the Overloads have been found. Musicals, you gotta hurry.
Only 10 minutes? I gotta go. I need to find Chris as soon as possible.
Good luck, Captain.
Actually, I'm gonna go through the list of characters that have new voices compared to the ones in episode 1. So that would be the characters Brooklyn, Camille, Christopher, Denise, Fitzgerald, Heather, Madeline, Santiago, Salem, Sienna, and Trini. So that's like 11 characters with new voice actors.
It's been almost an hour since we've hit here. Maybe we might actually win.
Please try not to jinx it. It might only make things worse.
Oops. My bad.
Yeah, you should really watch what you say. You might sound far less stupid that way.
What the?
Oh yeah, I want to point out I also kind of want to point out the fact that, Salem's gone through at least 3 different voices within the span of the series. He's played by Alexander Boone in episode 1. Then in the trailer for episode 2, I dubbed over his lines because, the episode will be coming out like very soon. And then in episode 2, like in the actual episode in itself, they are played by he's played by a different person, Mochi Maid. And Mochi's the new voice for Salem from this point on. Also, what about in cases in which you're the hider? I added that line as a way for Aaron to kind of get on Trini's nerves. This does come back to bite him in the ass, though.
Where in the world did you come from?
Doesn't matter. Heather, running from someone won't always do you any good.
Wait, I thought you said you were only running to try to find a hiding place in time.
This part was the exact same part that I kind of got pissed when it came to captioning, because I think I accidentally left a gap in audio editing. It was like nothing but like silence for 5 seconds or something, and I had to trim that. But trimming that only trimmed the rest of the captions, and I just got really upset. So,
well,
Oh, so she hasn't told you yet. Yeah, she was running from her seeker.
What?
Yeah, so I saw her seeker walking around the area, and I found they were getting really close to Heather's hiding spot. So she ran off as quickly as possible and hid in here.
Keep it down, Salem. You're gonna get us caught.
That's not true.
Save your breath, you little heathen. People might think you're all tough and nice, but I know what you really are. A pathetic, shy little wuss who can't even do anything right.
I believe Heather was initially supposed to cry 3
Heather,
times
is that
in this
true?
episode.
Were you really running from the person who was looking for you?
Found you.
Damn it.
The challenge is now over. Everyone head back to the main area to hear the results.
When I was writing the episode, initially there was supposed to be more dialogue after Chris got found. But the reason why I never added that dialogue was supposedly so that the episode can stay short. Too bad, though, I don't understand how this episode was longer than the first.
So, for your first challenge, I gotta say, you all did a spectacular job. Some did better than others, but between these two teams, only one team could have done better than the other. That team being...
The caption was completely completely for the funny. Brooklyn screams for dear life.
What?
Get it off! Get it off! Get it off! Get it off!
Brooklyn is freaking out because there's a spider on her face.
Ew, 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 ew!
This also does confirm that Brooklyn has arachnophobia.
I don't like it. It's hairy and gross and it has 8 legs. Someone, please get it off.
All right, everyone, stand back. I got this. Problem solved.
You dare electrocute the queen of the world!
Hey, there was no better way to get the spider off your head. Something had to be done. Oh, shit.
Anyways, the winners of this challenge are the Mighty Musicals, who found 8 members out of 10 with only 2 minutes to spare, which is just 1 over the maximum requirement. Well done, guys. You should be proud of yourselves.
See? We told you we'd win.
You and Trini didn't even find anyone.
Electrical overloads, you
Brooklyn
guys have
and
until
Grace
tonight to
did it.
decide who should leave your team, as you'll be facing your first elimination of the game. You better choose wisely, though. These eliminations do affect your teams in the long run. I'll see you guys soon.
There! Something had to be done.
Ow.
All right, team. I think it's pretty obvious who should be leaving the team.
Who? It better not be me!
It's not. We're voting off Heather.
What? Why's that? I thought she was sweet.
Heather ultimately sold us the challenge today because her seeker nearly found us.
What? There's no way.
What is it? The Queen of the World bit? That was not a reference to the song, but rather the other way around. Because the song, I'm pretty sure, was released after episode 2 was written.
You heard that right. She nearly got caught and chose to hide in the one place that someone else already was.
I'm not buying it. You also showed up to that same hiding spot that we were both hiding in. Besides, she didn't know that I was there, so it's not her fault.
But she did know that someone was chasing her, right?
That part, I still need clarification on, so I don't believe you just yet.
Well, what good is she for the team, huh? All she ever does is cry and complain like the little baby that she is. She doesn't do anything useful for this team, and she's using feelings in order to manipulate everyone in the game. She's pathetic, weak, and most importantly, useless. I'm voting for her, and I know the rest of you will be joining me too.
He's right. We can't have deadweights around if they're not going to contribute anything to this team. They'll only be getting in the way of my victory.
That was a callback to episode 1. Brooklyn says almost that exact same line.
The captain is abandoning us, huh? Once we get rid of Heather, we'll get rid of him next. Then I'll become the team leader.
But the team name is named after me, though.
Quiet, you.
You gotta listen. You gotta admit though, Salem does have a little bit of humanity just by admitting the fact that Chris is the captain of the Overloads.
Go away!
I'm only here to talk.
Well, I'm not. Now leave me alone.
You know I'm not voting for you, right?
What?
I refuse to believe Salem's story. It seems like a whole lot of baloney. Besides, I've seen the way that he's been talking to you before that little incident on the bus, especially when picking teams. But I just need to know what actually happened on the beach. Who are you running from?
Do you really want to know?
Yes, and I'm here to listen.
Okay. Well, I was running from.
Let this be a lesson, because there was supposed to be a moral for this episode. What is it? When it comes, listening to other people's stories really does have an effect on how some actions have been interpreted as. Sometimes it can be for good reason, but sometimes it could be for any sort of reason. But you need to make sure to hear the person out first, because because a lot of times there can always be a good explanation as to why people do these things. And I know that all too well. Oh yeah, that's right. What is it? Initially, Dante was also supposed to say something in this very scene, but I cut it out because I want this scene to feel a little more heartwarming. Not to mention, let the moment sink in for just a second to have people understand the moral of the story.
Welcome one, welcome all. Welcome to your first elimination session, Overloads. How are you all feeling?
I don't like this place. Get me out of here!
This piece is ugly. Ugh.
I'm a little nervous.
Meh.
Feeling more ready to survive this elimination than I'll ever be.
I'm kind of scared.
I know. I'll survive.
Wonderful to hear. Anyways, how this session will work is that you guys will step into that mine shaft behind me. Over there, you'll find an intersection between 4 different rails and a large glowing crystal above you all. 4 of you will go in there at once. You'll each have to pick one part of the rail to go to. At the end of the rail, you'll find a sheet of paper with a pencil on top of a desk.
I almost said you'll find a shit of paper.
All you have to do is write the name of the person you want out. Afterwards, the crystal will display a hologram of the amount of votes collected. Whoever has the most votes is out of here. Any questions?
Yeah, actually. Will we be able to see who voted for who on the hologram?
By technicality, only I'll be able to tell based on the main theme color you all indicate. To you all, the hologram will just be plain cyan.
That also seems like a pretty offbeat question to ask.
Just curious.
That whole shtick foreshadows a moment that happens way later in the series. By way later, I mean like episode 16.
I'll send 4 of you guys in the
Yeah, you
mine
can
shaft.
see how thorough
We'll go
I
in
am
alphabetical
with
order.
the planning through
Blair is still tied up, and I prefer to keep it this way.
What? Cameron, if you don't let me vote first, I'm gonna kill you.
Oh, and for the record, this also does confirm that Blair does have some brain cells. She knows what goes alphabetically. And also because she's a real weirdo, but, you know.
Brooklyn, Caitlin, Christopher, Fitzgerald. You 4 go up to the shaft.
This whole thing is about voting procedures, but I'm going to kind of walk you through as to how everybody votes. Looks at her quote-unquote nails. None of these guys have nails. At least I don't think any of them do. Caitlin looking nervous, completely justified. Fitzgerald looking down is basically him kind of thinking over if this vote is really correct. Them. Oh my goodness. What's up with Grace looking left and right? Just kind of making sure that nobody's seeing what vote she casted or something. But nobody's around her. So what does that truly mean? Heather taking a deep breath means that she's just kind of getting herself prepared for this elimination. Oh, wait. Raylan writes down the name of his vote and submits it. Why exactly? You might think that this is actually a mistake within captioning. No, it's not. Raylan uses any pronouns. Kind of mentioned that thoroughly throughout the entire episode. Raylan being angry is basically just, his personality, I suppose. Confidence. And then Cameron submitting Blair's vote because Blair is still tied up. Is, for the record, still tied up. She's not untied until the end of the episode. And when you have And when you have a psycho kind of watching over you, you tend to feel a little nervous. So of course,
What's your
Caitlin's gonna feel
mentality?
nervous.
The hologram will display the number of votes each of you guys collected. I hope you're all ready. Alright, to start, I'm shocked to say that at least a good 3/4 of you guys all have 0 votes.
Yeah, but who?
Well, let's see. First safe with no votes is you, Fitzgerald.
Let's go!
Also safe are Grace, Caitlin, and Raylan, all with no votes.
Look at that, Caitlin. We're safe.
I just hope we made the right decision when it came to voting.
I'm surprised how Blair happens to be safe too.
Can't get rid of me that easily, Cameron.
Honestly, I wish I could.
And what's that supposed to mean?
You're not getting an answer,
between
buddy.
you four. Brooklyn, Christopher, Heather, and Salem. You guys are the only ones left. However, only 2 of you received 0 votes as well. Those 2 being Brooklyn and Christopher.
I knew I'd be safe.
No, you didn't.
And now we're down to 2, Heather and Salem.
Why exactly did I say a good 3/4 instead of a good 4/5 of people were safe? I didn't want to be super predictable with how many people actually got votes, so.
One of you got 2 votes, and the other got 8.
2 votes. I thought every vote should have gone to Heather. I know she voted for herself since she knows that there's no chance anyone would side with voting against me. So which 2 of the 9 of us voted for me?
Could you stop acting like you're all high and mighty, thinking you know everything about Heather? Egotistical having ass.
Excuse me?
Damn! I got your ass, boy. Time to take it back to the drawing board.
Let's cut to the chase. The final contestant safe with 2 votes is... Drumroll, please.
Initially, Grace was supposed to be making drumroll noises. It was replaced with an actual drumroll because I don't think Alexa actually recorded the lines for the drumroll. Oh, and on top of that, I also missed something in the episode. Oh my goodness, I need to stop missing important details. When Caitlin says, "What? There's no way," initially the entire team was supposed to gasp, but the reason why I never did that and instead just dubbed the line over was definitely because I did not want to be using archival gasp from a group of audience. That would be too weird. Also, another design change when it came to Grace bandaging Fitzgerald's waist.
Say, congrats.
What?
Heather, I'm really, and I mean really, sorry to say this, but with 8 votes, you're the first contestant eliminated from Reach for the Stars.
That's what you get when you try to cross the line with me.
I actually feel really, really bad for her.
Yeah, but in the end, we had to get rid of the dead weight.
Okay, so 2 things. 1, Heather was supposed to cry in this scene as well, making it like the 3rd time that she cried, as I said before. It was cut because... it was cut for 2 reasons. 1, time constraints. 2, do you really want to hear Heather cry again? And second part, you can argue and say that I was far too predictable with the elimination, but Heather was not the first. I seriously had a feeling Heather was going to be eliminated first. You can argue and say that this elimination was predictable, but I'm going to tell you right now that Heather was not the first person I'd consider booting off first. There were 2 other options before her, Scott and Salem. Scott being eliminated first was initially because when I was figuring out who would actually be in the cast for Reach for the Stars, hang on. Anyways, like I said, okay, so as I was saying, the reason why Scott would have been like Scott would be the first choice of being the first boot, because when I was coming up with the cast for Reach for the Stars, he wasn't exactly. Reach for the Stars was supposed to be was supposed to be like a more of a concept to TIS rather than an actual series itself. And when I was coming up with the casting, I was struggling to figure out which character would be like the last character joining the show. That character happening to be none other than Scott. And throughout the process of actually making the show into reality, Scott became more of a forgettable character. So I wanted to get rid of him before I even before actually thinking to remember that he even existed. This was scrapped because I feel like I could do, since This was scrapped because, considering that this is a reboot to the internal struggle, Scott played a major role within the series prior, so I thought it'd be better to keep him around. The next choice would have been Salem, though, just, because of the whole beef with Heather and all that stuff. And, he would be the first boot as well, but I feel like there's a lot more I can do with him later on, especially inside the competition as a way to show his true colors, as he feels that Heather is more or less, quote unquote, slowing down his game. And ultimately, we don't even know the vendetta between the vendetta between these two. That is later revealed until episode 4. Keep that in mind. Why was Heather the first boot, though? So why exactly was Heather the first boot now, then? 2 reasons. 1, for a running to continue the running gag, and 2, the second reason is more or less thoroughly explained later on within this first batch of episodes. But there's more to Heather's personality than there is right now that happens outside of the show, and I feel like I can expand her character. Definitely outside of the competition, especially what happens with the ends of episodes 3 and 4, and even a little, badass moment from her in episode 5. But, I'm not at liberty to say exactly what.
Heather, I'm sorry, but for some of us, this decision wasn't easy. But considering what Salem told us, we need to focus more on the game at hand, more specifically what's best for our team. Keeping you around would just feel really wrong. You haven't really done much, and you were kind of the reason why we lost anyway.
This line was re-recorded because because I think I stuttered on the first take. I'll upload a bloopers real soon.
So you chose to listen to Salem without even hearing my side of the story?
Well, what he said was really convincing.
I can't believe you guys. You know what? Forget it. At least one of you guys listened to me. One who chose to hear the full story. One who actually understood what I was trying to say. Cameron, where do I go?
Oh, well, you're actually free to stay here if you want. You can leave any time now that you're eliminated.
Okay. I'll see myself out then.
This team needs to have a stern talking to. I need to step up my role and authority as the captain of this team. If I don't keep this team in check, who knows what will happen next? Wait a minute. What is this place?
That was since the whole confessional thing wasn't exactly introduced in the first episode, I had to improvise because this felt more like a Christopher thoughts I needed to get just be out there. And so instead there was literally an unmentioned photo booth. Hence why Christopher literally asks, "Wait a minute, what is this place?" unknowing how he even got there.
Hey, Dante. You look distraught. What's wrong?
I'm gonna be taking a break from this competition soon.
What? Why? I thought we'd be competing together.
Now that I know Camille's competing in the same show we are, I need to set myself far away from her, as well as Madeline, Desmond, Aaron, and Scott. Being surrounded by those people will only make things worse for my mental health. I spoke with Cameron about it, and he's okay with it, but he'd rather have me leave after the next challenge.
Dante was supposed to say something else in the start of the sentence. Instead of saying being surrounded by those people will only make things worse for my mental health, he said something about sticking around those people for too long will only worsen things for not just me but for the show in general, and they'll probably torturing me something. What is it? Especially knowing how that they became a little more powerful now. Something amongst the lines of them being more powerful than Dante, yada yada. This was replaced because, first of all, Reach for the Stars is more or less surrounded by problems in regards to mental health. That's the initial concept for the show. And 2, do you really think four typical high school students could be villains? like, what is it, villains and like an all-powerful thingy-mabob, and then like there are some heroes in this show that are gonna like stop those villains and save the day. That almost sounded like NPC talk.
I understand. I hope this break for you will be enough to keep your head in the game and focus on what's really important. If you still need any sort of help whatsoever, you know I'll owe you.
Thank you.
Hold on. Dante taking a moment to process what Denise was saying and then just walking off with a thank you is only a better way to kind of get into Dante's characters on being unable or struggling to reciprocate feelings from other people. So basically what I'm saying here is Dante likes Denise in a matter of which they're both friends, obviously, but they're not exactly super expressive. I wouldn't deny it, but I do want to express it in a manner in which it's a little more aggressive. Basically, Dante is like me. With a more sensitive side of myself. Oh hey, Kirsten, that's my favorite part of you. Basically, I did everything else, blah blah blah, there are 2 story directors. Why exactly are there more demo voice actors compared to the actual amount of demo voice actors we had? Okay, first of all, I forgot to credit 2 of the demo voice actors in the first episode of Reach for the Stars. That is my fault. The demo voices for Blair and Trini, that being Sophia Grace, who is the demo voice of Blair, and then someone who was not exactly credited, but known as Tabby, who was not only the demo voice for Trini, but you might also know them as the voice for Molotov in Directional Value. Why was there more demo voices? Technically speaking, throughout the progress of the show, before we even came up with the official cast, these guys and I were supposed to be the actual main cast for the series, but we had other stuff going on within our personal lives, so we kind of gave up on the show before I decided to bring it back. And how exactly did I make the music? I actually didn't, but I didn't want to give myself sound effects credits because I think everybody got tired of me doing everything for the episode, so I just put myself in there. And yes, Lost Starman was also the casting associate for when it came to finding a new voice for the demo for Trini's demo. So basically finding a new demo voice actor for Trini, that happening to be Sola Squid. And speaking of, like I said, we have new voices actors now. So now my name doesn't appear like 7 times. Since this is also like one of the first episodes to actually premiere via television, we also have like 2 production coordinators going on for 2 different sets of the television. And that's where production happened. And you know, what better way to end off a commentary than by reading the comments? Because it's in the name, duh. So basically, just going by what I see here first, first comment comes from Quinn's VA, the voice of Camille in the episode. Amazing episode. All the voice actors did so great on this. So happy to be a part of this team. Thank you for taking up the opportunity for voicing your lines, Quinn. If you're watching, your lines for Camille were so amazing. And trust me, Camille definitely does have some more monstrous moments in episodes to come. But, you know, I'm not going to say much, obviously. This one comes from Burning Passion, Burn the Old Things, Aiden, the creator of SMD. Even though it's only audio, the voice acting was pretty good. Appreciate it. This one comes from Midnight Embers. Incredible job once again to the production team. I absolutely love where the series is going, and the VAs are doing a fantastic job making these characters seem human. So excited to see where we go from here, with 1 down and 19 left still fighting to reach for that shooting star. Yes, guys, as a reminder, the prize is a shooting star. I even added this little inside joke with Cameron saying, it's a shooting star, not a meteor shower. Yeah, because, you know, no one can grant more than 1 wishes. What is this, a cartoon? But anyways, appreciate it. from Leah, the voice of Denise for this episode. This was so amazing. I loved Heather's VA. They did so good. Heather is so me. Yeah, I have to give props for Lindsay. I have to give props to Lindsay, the voice of Heather, for doing so amazing with Heather's lines, especially with the crying. Though it's so on point, and it also makes you want to cry as well. When you hear a character cry, you gotta cry with them as well. And also, Heather's whole thing with not being listened to also, again, mirrors off of my experiences with not being listened to at all and not being taken seriously by other folks. So I thought that was important to put out. This one comes from Firestar, or Star Lemonade. I placed my bet on who's eliminated first, and I literally knew she'll go. This episode was okay for the most part, 8 out of 10. Meh. I mean, I guess people would say that visuals would go better with it, but it's audio, that's the purpose. And other stuff too. Okay. Well then, this went south pretty quickly from back. It can only go further down from here. Well, yeah, things already got south. We're only one challenge in. We're 2 episodes in already. Like, basically, canonically 2 days in to the show. And, banters of, like, no friendships are actually formed within anybody. There were no friends, only enemies were made. That's the whole point. The show is not meant to make people feel happy. Now, what's in store for episode 3? I already revealed some sort of synopsis for episode 3. It's on the website, or I believe I posted it elsewhere. I forgot. Oh well. But it basically, I did reveal the challenge for that episode too, because come on, we can reveal the challenge without actually spoiling a lot of significant things that are major to the storyline. Basically, the whole thing is about pampering, gifting, basically the host being spoiled because of some memory of some kind. This also episode 3 also marks an episode 3 is trying to get done as soon as possible, but it's going to release sometime after August 14th. The reason for this is because Reach for the Stars episode 3 is being submitted for a film festival somewhere nearby, and can't spoil anything just yet. So, by chance, I would have to say that by the time we try to release episode 14. I'm not even going to stand by these words. Chances are I just might submit release the episode publicly and then release it for the film festival. What is it? I might actually, because I'm not going to stand by my words at all. I usually never stand by what I say. That's a problem. So, but chances are maybe I might release the episode at least the weekend. I might release the episode 4 days after it's been submitted for the film festival. So it'll be released. So episode 3 will be released on August 14th for the film festival, likely the 16th of that same month on television, and then the 18th, for public media, aka this stupid website, the stupid social media platform I like to call YouTube. But with all that said, that's all I gotta say. Episode 3's first sneak peek just dropped, so I hope you guys got the chance to check that out. And I will see you in a bit. Peace out.